Hey, what's up everyone? Pete the Guttural Monk here. This is going to be kind of a transitional video of sorts because moving forward with this channel, I'm going to change things up a little bit. From now on, all the videos are going to be broken into basically two parts. First part's going to be the current releases, second part's going to be the general updates, just the random collection updates that I just haven't been able to share with you guys in the past by basically streamlining everything into just current releases every time I make a video. I feel like there's been a lot of awesome stuff that I've picked up over the last year and a half or so that I've been shooting these videos that I just haven't been able to share with you guys. So if it's something that you're into, great. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know that you're looking forward to seeing what other kind of fucked up and weird stuff I'm buying. If it's not something you're into, please let me know as well. Unfortunately, that's the way it's going to be moving forward. So if you're not into that second half of the video, by all means, after I'm done sharing the new stuff, just turn it off. I'm going to be sharing a lot of stuff in that second half of these videos that are, it may be super obscure bands that you've never heard of before. It might be bands that you're like, are you seriously just buying that CD or vinyl now? Yes, I fucking am. But fuck it, this is my collection and that's how it's gonna go. I hope you guys want to stick with this channel moving forward, and hopefully you can discover a bunch of cool bands either from the recent past or the distant past that you may or may not have been familiar with. I'll do my best to try to explain everything as I go, especially the more obscure, as we go into that other realm of my collection there. Starting things off with the last of the 2016 stuff that at least I'm going to have grouped together. There are a couple 2016 albums that I have been waiting on, but I need to shoot this video sooner than later, so these are the 6 albums that I'm going to share with you today. And like I said, there's going to be a couple more, but again, that's going to be grouped in the second half of a future video, most likely the next video. This is the debut full-length from Holy Serpent. This one's called Temples. It's out right now on Riding Easy. Picture like old school Alice in Chains mixed with the doomy and kind of like really almost like depressive and slow and like soul crushing feels of someone like Pallbearer. It's an absolutely beautiful doom album. Really went under a lot of radars this year. This one came out at the very end of September, which is a hard time to release an album because a lot of people are already kind of set. They have a big deep queue as far as what they want to listen to if you're a fan of doom metal. I really love the vocalist's approach to this one. I think it's a very unique kind of sound to the doom metal genre. This is only their first full length. They released a demo, a self-titled demo back in 2014. I haven't heard that one. It may have actually been an EP now that I think about it, but I'm going to go back and check that out. But if you haven't listened to this yet, definitely check out Temples by Holy Serpent. This was a great year for doom metal. 2016 really showed some fantastic doom releases, and this is definitely one of them. So Holy Serpent with Temples, definitely check that out. So next up from the 2016 releases, this is the most recent one from Anaal Nathrakh. This one is called The Whole of the Law. This was released at the end of October. Really impressive stuff. The production on this album is just near perfect. Anaal Nathrakh's last album back in 2014, the one that started with a D, I can't even pronounce the damn thing, but that album led me to believe that these guys were heading in a much different direction than I was expecting when The Whole of the Law dropped, because this album is diving even deeper into the just ultra brutal, ultra violent, and just fucking maddening chaos that they were giving us on albums like Codex Necro, like Hell is Empty and All the Devils Are Here, like Consolation of the Black Widow. Just fucking an incredible piece of like chaotic, grinding, blackened death metal that fits so wonderfully in their discography. I cannot say enough good things about this album. I wish it didn't come out so late in the year, because I'm guilty of not giving it nearly as much attention in the last couple of weeks as I should have. Again, looking forward to everything that these guys are doing now in the future. So check it out if you haven't done so already. Anaal Nathrakh with The Whole of the Law. Next up, this is the brand new one from Abnormality. This is Mechanisms of Omniscience, out right now on Metal Blade Records. These guys are out of Boston, Massachusetts. Their first album, 2012, Contaminating the Hive Mind, was a really fantastic piece of like brutal technical death metal. Fans of like Cerebral Bore would have really been a fan of that album. Female vocals, super guttural and just fucking disgusting. This album has a much more kind of mature approach to it, and I actually like this one a whole lot more. I know its reviews aren't nearly as favorable as the first one, but I do think that this album is the better piece of music from the band. Check them out if you're into brutal death metal with a technical approach to it. And this came out back in like the end of April, so it's been out for quite a while. Again, it has a big label behind it, so you may be familiar with it already. I got this for a fucking steal in a used bin. So check it out, Abnormality with Mechanisms of Omniscience. Next up, I'm not going to dwell too long on this one. I already showed off the vinyl of this, but since it came out on CD format, I had to pick it up and I have to now share it with you guys. This is the Marecognitum and Aureole split, Resonance Crimson Void. The CD version is out right now on Avant-Garde Productions. I absolutely love this split. The Marecognitum half that starts it off, that opening track, the Crimson Abyss and whatever the letters and numbers are after it. I mean, holy crap. Like, the full length that he released this year was fucking amazing. It made my end of the year list. But that song that opens this split, I feel is the strongest material that he's ever released. Aureole's half, like I said when I was explaining the vinyl, it kind of comes off like a fucking swarm of bees, just thick and buzzing and dangerous. I really, really like his stuff. I need to check out the full length that dropped towards the end of the year because I haven't heard that one yet, regrettably. But if you haven't heard this split, you have to get out there and do it. Go stream the damn thing. I'm pretty sure you can stream it on the Bandcamp. So again, Marecognitum and Aureole. This is Resonance Crimson Void. Check this shit out. This is the new one from Ashborer. This is the Irrepassable Gate, out right now on Profound Lore. Holy crap. This is another one where I don't understand the reviews that are not favorable towards this one. I think this is progression of sound done in such an amazing, amazing way. Cold of Ages came out in 2012. We were waiting a long time for this one to drop. I love the cover artwork. I think that is such a gorgeous, gorgeous way to present your album. Again, atmospheric black metal, just completely drenched in like a little bit of sorrow and like despair. The slow kind of brooding, churning, and just evolving and crushing tracks that happen on this album. It's not nearly as mammoth and overwhelming as stuff like on Cold of Ages. These songs are slightly shorter. They have a little bit more kind of like swiftness to it. It's a little bit more to the point. But again, songwriting wise and evolution of sound, I am so happy with the direction that Ashborer took on this one. I didn't want a repeat of Cold of Ages. Check out the Irrepassable Gate. It is a mind-blowing piece of atmospheric black metal. These guys are from, I don't know, New Mexico or Portland, Oregon. They seem to bounce around a lot, but somewhere in the U.S. on the western half of the fucking country. Check this stuff out. I am a huge fan of this one. I wish it was in better packaging, but I can't complain. Fucking great album. I got a couple reissues as usual, and these two reissues are super special to me. The first one I've been waiting for since 2015. The second one I'll explain in a minute. But first up, this is Italy's Hadit with Introspective Contemplation of the Microcosmus. Claustrophobic, cavernous death metal with a black metal hint to it. Really fucking thick, that fuzzy, buzzy, full sound, chaotic drumming. It kind of, for fans of like Antediluvian, that's all I can say. I mean, if you like them, you would love this stuff. This was originally released on Caligari on just cassette. I missed purchasing it probably by like a week. I snoozed, I lost, nothing new there. This was reissued on Terror from Hell Records. I'm not sure where they're from, and I apologize for that. But they did a great job with this reissue. The CD version looks awesome. These guys are super high on the list of bands that I am watching very, very closely because I can't wait to see what the follow-up to this is like. This was one of my favorite releases of 2015, without a doubt, but like I said, I couldn't get my hands on a physical copy. There's the inside of the jacket there, and that really bummed me out, but I couldn't be happier to finally own this on CD format. This hasn't left my truck for, I don't know, the last week and a half, something like that. I only took it out of my truck today because I wanted to share it with you guys. So check it out, Hadit with Introspective Contemplation of the Microcosmus. So, once upon a time in New Jersey, there was a band called Dripping. Dripping played the most absurd style of brutal death metal, slam, whatever the fuck you want to call it, that you may ever hear. A couple of years ago, it was reissued on vinyl by, I want to say, like, maybe Gutter Christ? I don't remember exactly, and I probably should know that because I own the vinyl. But that was cool, and that kind of, satisfied me a little bit. You know what? Hold on a second. I'm going to go get it. Okay, so I was only kind of wrong. The vinyl was issued through Gutter Christ and Useless Christ and Useless Drunk. The band and record that I'm talking about is Dripping. The album is Disintegration of Thought Patterns During a Synthetic Mind-Traveling Bliss. Kind of a mouthful. But anyway, just a couple weeks ago, it was re-released by Gutter Christ on CD. Could not be happier to finally own this fucking album on CD. This album is a little over 20 minutes long. It is, like I said, the most fucked up, brutal, slamming death metal that you've ever fucking heard. Features my man Mario, who passed away a couple years ago, but they did a nice tribute to him on both the vinyl and the CD pressing there. The Dripping release right now, you can score this through Gutter Christ. You can also score this through Severed Records, which is where I got mine because I check his update every single week, and I saw it, pulled the trigger on it instantly. $10 shipped to your door. I highly recommend that you check this stuff out. Even if you just give it a stream, I'm sure you can find it somewhere to listen to for free before you pull the trigger on it, although I highly recommend just fucking blind buy it. Just do it. One of my favorite recordings ever. I can't describe to you the sound accurately because, I mean, it doesn't make sense, but it works so well. Dripping with Disintegration of Thought Patterns During a Synthetic Mind-Traveling Bliss. So next up, I'm going to tease something that's kind of another upcoming thing happening on this channel. My girlfriend and I just got back from Iceland this past Sunday. I have a ton of footage, a ton of pictures. I'm going to show you a little bit right now. Well, that was fun, huh? Fucking Canyon Bickle. He was just there with his girl for like 11 days. His vlog that he uploaded a couple days ago was fucking incredible. I don't think mine's going to be able to top that. I don't have the patience, honestly, for mine to top that. But like I said, within the next couple weeks, once I get some time, once I have an actual day off to myself, I'm really going to try to upload that and piece together a nice video based on our trip because it was an awesome time. Thank you for everybody who followed me on Instagram and they were liking and commenting on my pictures and shit. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, the handle is PRC3PO. Fucking nerd, what can I say? But yeah, do that. You can check out the pictures there, or at least a couple of the pictures there, and there'll be so much more that'll be threaded into the video because my girl's got a ton of them on her camera. So definitely look forward to that within the next couple weeks or so. So getting into the general updates part of the video, I'm going to kind of fly through these. I'm going to give you a little bit of info, but a lot of these bands you should be familiar with. I've bought a ton of stuff since my last video, but I wanted to pick just the last 5, literally the last 5 CDs that came in the mail. And share these with you. And then in future videos, if it's 1, great. If it's 20, great. I'm just going to show off whatever seems to be kind of coming in between the current year's new releases. So first up, I missed this one when it was available, I don't know, forever. And then Hell's Headbangers had it, and I had it in my cart. And then the one day I was about to go pull the trigger on an order, it seems that it had sold out. Luckily, a couple weeks ago, they finally got it back in stock. This is the Abhorrence, basically entire discography collection. It has their 7-inch, it has the Vulgar Necrology EP on it, and there's a live set as well as a rehearsal tape on it. Abhorrence was a Finnish death metal band that were kind of, obscure even when they were together. This is their collection of all of their material. I love that cover art. I am a huge fan of Finnish death metal. I'm kind of ashamed to admit that I didn't own this previously, but I am super happy to have this now. So again, Abhorrence, this is completely Vulgar. I think I said that. It's out on Svart. You can get it right now in Hell's Headbangers and a couple other distros. There must have been a new shipment of them or something like that. This may be a 2016 reissue. I really don't know. Something tells me that it's not. But yeah, you can buy it right now in Hell's Headbangers, a couple of the distros. So Abhorrence with Completely Vulgar Finnish death metal, old school as fuck. Next up, one of my favorite underrated bands and obscure death metal bands from the US. This is Morta Skuld with Dying Remains. It's originally released in 1993. This is the Peaceville reissue. I've been meaning to pick this up forever, getting excited about new Morta Skuld, and finally being able to own one of my favorite death metal albums of all time, As Humanity Fades. Made me pick this one up because I realized I didn't have this in the collection. I got it at a really good price, brand new on Amazon. It's a really nice reissue. This was another one that was waiting for me when I got home from Iceland. I regrettably haven't spun this one yet, but I've heard this album enough times to tell you that it is a fantastic piece of underrated old school death metal. Check it out, Morta Skuld, Dying Remains. So this band kind of catches a lot of shit, especially recently. The whole Fail to Feel Safe album and the drama that went along with that one between band members, and I don't want to get into it because it's a very ugly topic. I'm not in support of anything that happened during that whole stretch of this band's existence. I'm not even sure where this band stands right now, but I'm a huge fan of the music. I love their material. All Hail the Void is one of my favorite crust punk, hardcore, metalcore records of all time. I finally got around to picking up Year One. So Year One is Enabler's, oh yeah, I'm talking about Enabler. Year One is Enabler's kind of like compilation of their first year's worth of material. So on here you have the Eden Sank to Grief, and you have War Begins With You. Pretty sure those are the only two recordings featured on here. But these guys are fast, they're aggressive, they're violent as fuck. If you're not a fan of Enabler and you like fast, aggressive, violent music, I highly recommend that you check these guys out. They're not as absurd as a band like Wormrot or Nails. They're not in like grindcore territory, but they have a very, very, chunky, chuggy, fucking punch somebody in the throat kind of sound to it. And I finally got around to picking this one up at a fucking amazing price. It was brand new. I think I got it for $4 shipped to my door. So Year One from Enabler, awesome, awesome compilation that I finally have the pleasure of owning and spinning at my leisure. So next up, just another compilation. This one really fucking floored me when I found it in the same used bin as the Abnormality album that I showed earlier. This is Trinity from My Dying Bride. So this is a compilation of tracks from 3 different EPs. When I saw this one, I was very, very happy because I own a lot of My Dying Bride, but I don't own any of these, and now I own all 3. This is a really cool reissue. This was put out on Fierce Records. This one came out originally in '95, but really happy to own this one. This doesn't quite complete my Dying Bride collection, but it certainly adds a piece of it that I was missing dearly. And again, the price that I got this at is fucking unbeatable. So check it out. This is Trinity from My Dying Bride. Last but not least, this band is severely underrated in my opinion. I don't think they've released a single album that I haven't absolutely loved. They were around in the very late 90s. Their first release was an album called Imagery in 1997. These guys are from Quebec. Technical death metal done in the finest of fashions. This is Neuraxis. This one is Trilateral Progression. This was released in 2005. This was issued on Willowtip. If you're not familiar with this and you call yourself a fan of technical death metal, you need to stop this video and just check this album out immediately. I think this is near perfect. They started things off in 1997 with Imagery. That was a little bit more of like an old school approach, not quite like Nocturnus style technical death metal, but in that same realm of things. This is when they just kind of turn the fucking engines on high and let her rip. This album is full-on assault on riffs, on the chaos, on the drumming, on the vocals. I mean, everything about this album is fucking near perfect for the style. So if you haven't checked this one out, again, Neuraxis with Trilateral Progression, one of my favorite technical death metal albums of all time. So that's it, guys. I hope you like the new format. Hopefully it flows really well. Recording it was kind of weird, but we'll see how it goes from here on out. Like I said, I want to get as many bands involved with these updates as I can, and just kind of doing tunnel vision into new releases isn't the best way of exposing some of these bands to you guys. I'm so lucky to have almost 500 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, if you want to follow me on Instagram, PRC3PO, and you can follow whatever it is that I do. It's mostly beer pictures. It's mostly just dumb shit like that. I don't really post much metal on the Instagram, but it is just, if you want to follow something else or at least see some Iceland pictures, you just check out that Instagram handle. That's basically it. I'm going to try to upload a little bit more regularly this year. Keep an eye out for the Iceland full video that's going to be coming within the next couple of weeks. And until next time, guys, cheers.